Okay, by the Jews they say you always have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So I really hope we're going to have a nice Yom Tov, nice Sukkahs, no rain. We're going to be able to enjoy Sukkahs. However, in case it's raining, we have to be prepared for the worst. So what you do with when you have to sit in Sukkah, don't have to sit. If you sit already, can you say bracha? Can you not say bracha? So I divide this to three sections. One, the first night of Sukkot. Second part, the second night of Sukkot, and then the rest of Yom Tov, chol, hamoed. So what's the halacha? So to make a long story short, there is a lot of group of Rishonim and Tur and many other that team up with this shita that the first night of Sukkot we have a chiyuv to eat in a sukkah, even when it rains. Even when it's pouring, it rains, the first night of the sukkah, you have to chiv at it. We're going to talk about the bracha. We're going to talk about the bracha.
Eat the whole meal or just the kazayis?
Oh, so like this, minimum the kazayis, right? Minimum that's the chiv. Now, where are we coming? Now, before I tell you where we're coming from, then there's a whole other group of Rishonim, many Rishonim, Rashba, and many others, the Tosfos, the Smag, or Zerua. They hold, no, if it's rain, it's like the rest of the sukkahs, a mitzvah, potrum, and a sukkah, you don't have to go to eat, even on the first night. Now, where are they coming from? Why those which are saying you have to, they're strong that you have to. Your potter, they're strong, your potter. It's a Gemara in Sukkah Daf Chav Zayin, that's what's all starting from. The Gemara says, Omar Rav Yochanan, Mishum Rabbi Shimon ben Yehod Tzadok. Nemar ken b'chamisha osor, by Sukkah says Chamisha Osor b'chodesh. We have to do Sukkahs. V'nemar Chamisha Osor b'chag hamatzos. B'chag hamatzos also is Chamisha Osor. That's when we do the Yom Tov. Mal alon lailo harishon choiv. By Pesach, the first night, it's a chiyuv to eat matzah. Mikan ve'elech reshus. The rest of the nights, you don't have to eat matzah if you want. You eat matzah. You could, as long as you don't eat chometz. Afkan by Sukkot, Laila Rishon Choiva. The first night of Sukkot, we're learning from Pesach. We're going to learn more things from this Laila Chamisha Osor. Afkan by Sukkot, Laila Rishon Choiva. The first night you must sit in the Sukkah. Mikan ve'elech reshus. Meaning, if you want to eat, you go to the Sukkah. If you want to eat the sudas kva, if you want to just the whole sukkah eat sudas ara, you can do it. You don't have to eat in the sukkah.
Is it the same as sleeping also?
Let's focus now on this thing now. There's a lot of things we could talk about sukkahs. I would extend it. Yeah. The Gemara says, "V'hosom minolon." How do you know by Pesach, the first night it's a chiyuv to eat? Omakro be'erev techlo matzos hakosuv kovoy choiva. So we're going to learn a lot of stuff from there. For example, not to eat the big meal according to the some from Chatzos, according to Mincha Gedola. Not there's a few times a year we don't do early minyan. One of them is by Pesach. Something to do with Sukkot, because you cannot make the kiddush before it's night. You have to make the kiddush, same thing. So we don't daven. People should not make a mistake. Also, the same thing like by Pesach, you have to eat your achilas matzah before chatzos. Same thing on Sukkot, you have to eat at least your kazayis, at least the first kazayis before chatzos. So we have a lot of similarities with Chamisha Osor. So this is basically the two major shittas, according to some. Saying it's a choiva, memele, if it's a chiyuv, you have to eat in the sukkah, and some saying it's not. Oh. So, Lamaisa, la halacha, what we do? When it's rain, you're going to go to the sukkah or not? So I'm right now holding by the first night. So the Shulchan Aruch, the way he brings this Inyan is like this: Achila besukkah belel yom tov harishon choiva. He does not talk about rain. He just tells it's a choiva. Because the shita of the Rashba, it is choiva leil rishon. They all mask him to it. They just argue it's choiva when it's nice weather, when it's mitzvah potter and a sukkah, memela you potter. If there's a chiyuv of sukkah, because it's if you eat in the sukkah, but it's no chiyuv now. He shies away. It's saying clearly l'gabe rain. It just brings you achila besukkah belel yom tov rishon choiva va'afilu ochel kazai spas yotzoy dechavosei. Mikan ve'elech reshus. Rotza le'echol suda soed b'suka. Rotza le'echol kol zayin elo peres v'kolos chutz l'suka echel. Kedin achilas matzah v'pesach. Again, so more mashma from him, since he didn't bring the chiyuv, even when it rains. You have to eat there. There's more mashma. He's siding with the Rashba and the team of the Rashba. That l'choyre, when it rains, it's to begin with the chiyuv doesn't start, because otherwise he would say the Ramo clear about it. The Ramo says v'lo yocha b'layla shon ad she'evaday layla. He brings all this. Right. It doesn't. The Ramo over here also doesn't speak about over here about raining. Oh, like this. In the next halacha, Ramo brings the raining. Ava laila rishana tzorich le'echol kazayis b'suka af im gshomim yordim ve'ikadosh b'suka sheyomar zman ala suka. So okay, so Ramo is like that. It's more clear that you have to, even if it rains, you have to go eat your first kazayis in the sukkah. Now, so that's. So wherever you do, yesh lamal mashi yismoch. If you want to ptur, many rishonim l'chor again, the Shulchan Aruch l'chor is sided with those rishonim with the potur, and if you want to say go bro, make your first kazayis over there, kedin chiv like the tur and many rishonim the Ramo Pascal like this, that you could do that too. Keshaila now, what's gonna happen with the bracha? If you go there already, you want to be machmir like the Ramo and the tur and all those rishonim. Would you say bracha leshev basukah or not? You could argue, you could say bracha leshev basukah, because if it's a chiyuv, according to them, if it's a chiyuv, you're doing the mitzvah. You're doing the mitzvah. Say bracha on the mitzvah. Or you could say, no, I'm doing the mitzvah a sofek. Some many rishonim says I'm potur memela. It's a sofek brachas. So local. So interesting. The Magen Avraham brings clearly. He says you're going to do a bracha on it. The Magen Avraham says clearly you're going to say over there v'tzorich levarech. He talks about over here, you have to say bracha lesha bazooka. That's how the Alter Rebbe paskin. You're gonna. The Mishnah Berurah brings mitzad sofek don't say bracha lesha basuka. So far, what we see from here like this. So the many Rishonim you have to eat in the sukkah, and many says many Rishonim say you don't have to eat in the sukkah. And if you already want to be machmer eat in the sukkah, so according to the Magen Avraham, you're going to say bracha leshem basukah, and according to and that's how the Aruch HaShulchan Madayik from the lashon of the Ramo also, that you have to say bracha leshem basukah, and according to that's what the Alter Rebbe paskin, and according to the Mishnah Berurah, it says mitzat sofek brachas, you're not going to say the bracha. No, what's happening with the second night? Are we going to treat the second night? It's even though it's the Rabbanon and the Raisa like the first night, the same thing. We're going to go the same shita, or we're going to say no. It's at the second night already. We could be makel, especially there's some Rishonim saying could be makel. So it's interesting. The Taz bring from Talmid Maharai, and that's his language. Shomati. That's the Talmud Maharai says about the Maharai. Shadorash v'besamedrash. The Belaylo Arishona v'shniya tzorich le'echol kazayis afilu kazayis b'sukkah afilu yordu gshomim. So mashma, there is one shita that is treating. Yeah. However, the Eliezuta, the Elirabba, they bring other opinions that the second night you don't have to, and if you want to already go and eat over there, definitely you should not say bracha. So that's again, Laila Rishono, more saying chiyuv. Laila Shniya, it's already, even those that saying chiyuv, saying Laila Shniya, it's potter, because we know kfiyat the yarcho, we know it's the real the Rabbanon today, the real the Raisa night, the first night. So you don't have to, if you go there already, it says at least don't say bracha. Okay. Now, what's going to happen in the rest of Chol Hamoed if it's raining? The pashtus, it's tar potter ben asukah. There's nobody argue about it, so you potter. However, we know that many people noyag, even when it rains, they eat in the sukkah. They won't even drink water without the sukkah, even when it rains. So okay, they want to be machmer, even though the Gemara says arezem in idiotos. When many different chasidim said different pirushim on this. If I remember correctly from the Slonim Rebbe, he says, I rather be Hedyat with Rabbanon and the Badu Mitzvah the Raisa, all kind of different pshatim on it. However, legabe the bracha, okay, you already machmer for whatever reason. You have kiblu mirabosayim. Like I said, most Talmidei Baal Shem Tov, most different Chassidish Chatzeros, they do eat even when it rains. What legabe bracha? So it says clearly that the Elia Rabbah brings that the bracha you don't say. However, he brings the shita of Rabbeinu Yerucham. The Elia Rabbah brings the shita of Rabbeinu Yerucham. Some saying you could, if you want to do when you potter, sit in a sukkah. Even when you potter, you should say bracha leshav b'sukkah. It's machloikes. So all I'm saying is, so there's some Hasidim taka. Again, I don't know what everybody does. They eat in the sukkah. Some don't say lesh. Some say even leshav b'sukkah even when it rains. So there's three inyanim. Again, the first night it's more chiyuv. Legabe bracha, it's a machloikes. According to Alter Rebbe, you do say. According to Shmuel, you don't say bracha leshav b'sukkah. The second night it's even more machloikes. According to Taz. You do say leshav according to the El Yerabah. He brings many that say that and don't say bracha leshav b'sukkah. Legabe chol hamoed l'chor al pi halacha mashma the pashtos of halacha. You don't have to eat bichlal in the sukkah, and if you eat, you don't say leshav b'sukkah. But then we brought the shit of Rabbeinu Yerucham. Even you eat when it's rain, when I'm potter with a sukkah, there is some saying you could say bracha leshav b'sukkah.